Tune in. We got like Flint's memorable moments, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. If y'all got any history, y'all know any history about Flint, we got some memorable moments today. Some good Flint history. Anyway, how everybody out there in the city doing? Though everybody doing right? It's all type of crazy shit going on in the city. I've been looking on Facebook. I've been seeing all type of stuff going on. But, you know, I'm me, man. We gonna keep that positive energy here. Here we keep positive energy at Black. Even though we might get a little messy, but we positive messy. You feel me? We positive messy around here. We got some shit though on the rosters though, y'all gonna want to tune in. I want more people to tune in with us because we got some shit up on here for y'all to see. So tap in, people, tap in. Y'all want some of this Wizard of Oz? Inbox me. I'll talk to you. Just inbox me, y'all. Good Wizard of Oz. It's a candy strand. A Wizard of Oz strand. For y'all that don't know, Wizard of Oz is my brand of weed. That's mine. It's called Wizard of Oz Kool-Aid. It's tropical punch Kool-Aid. Tastes just like it, y'all. For real. So get your orders in, y'all. Wizard of Oz. Get up on it, y'all. For real, Wizard of Oz. I am the Wizard of Oz. And this is Wizard of Oz Tropical Punch Kool-Aid. If y'all can smell it, y'all be like, damn. But yeah, this is Wizard of Oz Tropical Punch Kool-Aid for all the weed smokers out there. Wizard of Oz. Y'all get in on it for real. Support your boy. This is my strand. So let's get into these videos, y'all. This is kind of crazy, y'all. Let's get into it. How we finna do this right here? First memorable moment, y'all. First memorable moment. Y'all gonna want to tune in. The ones that missed out, you know, I like that people watch my videos, though. I do like that. I like that y'all do watch it. I see, like, long down the line, people do watch it, but I like interacting with people. You know what I'm saying? That's like more better with me interacting. But I see y'all do watch it. And YouTube watch it. Y'all watch it on all platforms. I really appreciate that too, though. I really appreciate that y'all do fuck with it. But fuck with me. It'd be more better if you like fuck with me live. But let's get to it, y'all. And if you don't like me, just say it. For real, y'all. If you don't fuck with me, let me get into this. I gotta slim this down. If you don't fuck with me, people, just say you don't fuck with me. It don't hurt my feelings. There's a million people that do fuck with me, for real. Them facts. So the ones that don't fuck with me, it don't really stop shit. It don't really like. So I fucks with the ones that do fuck with me. And I fuck with the ones that don't fuck with me, because y'all gotta fuck with me. Anyway, because I'm out here. And if you don't, you're missing out. So here we go, y'all. We got the first video right here, y'all. This is the first memorable moment right here. Everybody should know this memorable moment, especially if you from Flint. This is a good Flint most memorable moment. Y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? This is a memorable moment.
Testimony from a man investigators say was a major cocaine distributor in Genesee County.
He was the first witness in day 2 of the Pearson Hood preliminary exam.
Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Angie Hunter-Shy.
And I ain't trying to, let me fix these cords. I ain't trying to I ain't being messy or nothing. I ain't trolling or nothing like that. These is just memorable moments. So if you get caught up in a memorable moment, you just made a memorable moment. Like, And this ain't no sending shots or nothing at nobody and nothing. Cause I know a lot of people like, damn, just memorable moments of Flint, Michigan, y'all.
I'm Bill Harris. ABC 12's Lori DeVito is live in Flint.
Y'all remember this, though.
With
Everybody
more on his
remember this.
testimony today. It is our top story at 5. Lori?
Hi, Bill. Yesterday it was death, today drugs, cocaine specifically. A court order was issued. For safety reasons, we are not allowed to give the witnesses' last names or to show pictures of them as they are testifying. In fact, we're not identifying them at all.
Do you know how many kilos of cocaine you've brought into the city of Flint?
300.
300?
300 kilos in the city of Flint. Y'all remember, though, for the ones that don't remember, for the ones that was like too young, or for the ones that wasn't off the porch yet, or you know what I'm saying, the ones that wasn't in it. Around this time, this was like 2006, 7, somewhere around there, 8. And it was a good time for Flint. Like, for real. It was a good time, like for the streets then. Like, this was a memorable moment right here. Like, it was a good time for Flint. It was bricks in the street, it was money around this motherfucker. You know, it wasn't the best time, but I'm saying it was a good time. Motherfuckers was eating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, around the Pearson Hood time, motherfuckers was eating. The city is starting to pick up now. People are starting to eat better right now. But back then, that's what a lot, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers was getting money. You know, then was the big T days, the big T-shirt days, the lean with it, rock with it days. Them was them days. Niggas with the big long chains down to their nuts. Shit, them was them days. But niggas was eating back in the Pearson Hood days. Niggas was eating. Them was a good time.
This witness says he started selling large quantities of cocaine in 2004, kilos at a time.
Where did you get the cocaine?
California and Mexico.
Through a friend, he met a man from California who was incarcerated. That man's wife helped him get started.
Eventually, by 2004, he had got out, and I ended up meeting him in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's when I started picking up 15 to 20 kilos from him there, driving him back.
That was a good time, y'all. That was a good time. At this time, though, like, rest in peace, my homie Quack. Well, I ain't only really want to say, he gone now, though. But one of my homies and shit, put it like that. Well, nigga, I know. My man, for people that don't know this, if you was too young, or you wasn't off the porch, or whatever, by some reason, or if you ain't from Flint, for some reason, you don't know nothing about this. My man was throwing bricks out the window on Sloan Street. It was on his ass. The feds was on him. The nigga was throwing bricks out the window. Boom. A nigga fuck around and got one of them bricks and got away with it. And I'm going to leave it right there.
Just last year, the witness and that man he was buying from were busted. A home on Sloan Street in Flint was raided.
Well, this would be valued at $200,000.
This video.
One of those right there. Somebody, the nigga was throwing them bitches out the window. A motherfucker got one of those. Exactly, they got one of his brothers, and he got away with it. And we just leaving it at that, y'all. But that was a memorable
Video shows
moment
what was
Flint.
recovered: more than $500,000 and 10 kilos of cocaine.
There's a lot of street money too coming. You know what I'm saying, for Flint. That's Flint street money right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was some of that Flint street money. That ain't a lot. It's a lot to some people. But that's Flint Street money.
Authorities called it the largest drug and cash seizure in Genesee County history. The witness has been charged in federal court and is testifying here to try and decrease his sentence.
That was a memorable moment, y'all. Y'all remember them times? Who remember those times? For real. Who remember? That was some good memorable moments. The Pearson Hood moments. That was a good memorable moment for Flint right there, man. For real, y'all. Once again, y'all, Wizard of Oz. Good Wizard of Oz. My bad, people. But yeah, we got more memorable moments. Flint most memorable moments. Again, if y'all caught in these memorable moments, it ain't no shade or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just Flint memorable moments, man. We just on here talking about, so everybody know about them. It's public record. Everything I'm putting out here is public record. You know what I'm saying? For real. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. All right, let's see what's next. Everybody remember this moment right here. He know goddamn well. You can look at his face. Look at Obama's face right there. He know that he was worried than a bitch. Drinking this damn Flint water. He probably got sick as hell and everything. Let's just go ahead and play it.
It is. There you go. You know, generally I have not been doing stunts here, but you know.
That's what generally all I do is stunts. How many of y'all think that was Flint water or that was some good ass Aquafina they put in that motherfucker? I think that was Aquafina though, on some real. I don't think Obama was crazy enough. Look at the look on his face right there. The look on his face like I fooled him. Like this, I ain't stupid enough to drink it. If you think I'm fucking crazy to drink that bullshit, that don't even look clean enough to be our water for real. Though. I don't think our water ever been that clean. But this was a memorable moment.
And this used a filter.
Yeah, straight from this side.
You know, the water around this table.
You ain't drink that shit.
You know, was Flint water that was filtered, and it just confirms
that shit came from
what we know scientifically, which is that if you're using a filter, if you're installing it, then
this shit don't work.
Flint water at this point is
don't work.
That does not, I want to repeat, negate the need for us to go ahead and replace some of these pipes, because
all the pipes.
Ultimately, you want a system in which you don't have to put a filter on it in order to be assured that it's safe.
All the pipes. For what? And update for the people that watch that's not from Flint. That shit still ain't fixed yet, y'all. That shit still ain't safe to drink. Motherfuckers still drinking. I don't think people go ever like drink out the faucet again. I don't think that shit is like, I think them days is over with. Like faucet drinking water days, I think that shit over with. I think everybody go always buy from Flint. I don't know if you from Flint. I don't know if we're from other states and cities, but I know if you from Flint, we ain't drinking no faucet water. I don't give a fuck where we live. I don't give a fuck where we go. You know what I'm saying? We can move anywhere. We ain't fucking with no faucet water. We forever bottled water motherfuckers forever. And that's just how it is in Flint. We don't trust none of this shit. We didn't trust Obama when he drunk that shit, for real. That was one thing. We didn't do that shit. This is another memorable moment, y'all. We gonna run through them. Fuck it. Let's just run through them. Let's just run through them. Y'all remember this moment?
Investigators from Michigan State Police spent the night and early this morning at this home right behind me, interviewing neighbors and digging through this pile of trash, which is right along the street here, trying to dig up as much information as possible on this man in custody. Investigators digging through trash outside this home at the corner of Maryland and Regal in Flint this morning. Michigan State Police tell me they believe this is the home where the serial slasher lived. A neighbor says she saw the man this week with luggage.
I just saw him going across to the neighbors with a suitcase.
Goddamn slasher.
And put it in the truck.
And this is where he worked, the Kingwater Market, about 6 miles away in Mount Morris Township.
He came in here like a month ago.
For those that don't know, again, you know, there's not from Flint. These are memorable moments. We had a slasher around this motherfucker. He was a Arabic slasher, big motherfucker. He had to be from some army or something. They brought his ass down here. I'ma say it. I don't give a fuck. Doolin them brought his ass down here. That's why y'all here looking crazy like that. Look at Doolin. He looking crazy in the motherfucker. Y'all ain't just hired that motherfucker out of nowhere. Their brother had got killed, and next thing you know, this motherfucker that work at they store is stabbing motherfuckers out of control. You know what I'm saying? Come on, they bring this motherfucker down here and he stabbing niggas. You know, this is allegedly, he stabbing niggas ain't allegedly, but them bringing them down here, that's allegedly, but that's how it happened though. I'm just gonna keep it real though.
Needed a job. He needed a job and I hired him. He needed
After
to fill
your
in for a
brother got
part-time
killed.
job.
The store's manager says the man he hired was named Eli Abdullah Hazim. He said he was from Israel and had a sister in Virginia.
And look at this picture, y'all. Look at this picture. They was floating this picture around Flint like a motherfucker when the slasher around. We looking for some white motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, that John Deere had or something. You know, I ain't racist, but we looking for some white. That don't look like no Arabic man. You know what I'm saying? That look like somebody, some farmer in a big truck or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what we looking for. We looking for a farmer in a big truck, especially with this right here. Look at the earring right there. You know what I'm saying? We looking for a farmer in a big truck or something. We ain't looking for no big Arabic. For one, I didn't even know, like, Arab people. I didn't know Arabic people get that big. My man, if y'all see my man is big, like, big motherfucker. Like, he especially picked motherfucker. He just ain't come to the U.S. just for work. He came for work, all right. That motherfucker was like a soldier or something. Real talk. But he didn't look nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? For real. We riding around this motherfucker. Niggas strapped up. It got to a point that niggas was looking for this motherfucker. It got to a point the city was scared at first. Niggas got so tired of being scared. Motherfucker strapped up like, fuck it. Cause he was parking cars and shit like that and with his hood up, acting like he his car down. Just for the people that don't know nothing about it, this ain't for Flint. He was parking his car like on the side of the road or at shopping centers and stuff like that. He had his hood up, so he acting like he working on the car. So people was being nice. You know, some people, you know, Flint is a car city. It's a mechanic state. You know what I'm saying? So 9 out of 10, somebody go if you broke down somewhere and your hood up, somebody go offer you help around this motherfucker when it come to cars. So when people come up to offer him help, he asks them like he needs some help or some shit like that. And then when people come offer him help, he jab them and doing, you know what I'm saying? He had all type of methods, but that was like one of his methods and shit, like acting like he need help, and when you come up to help him, he'll kill you, he'll stab you. You know, it was some different shit. It was some different shit, but like I said, it got to the point that niggas on the street, like, you know what, fuck, like being annoyed from this motherfucker. Let's catch him. Everybody had bangers around this motherfucker looking for him. For real, this is real talk.
He says the task force came to the store yesterday to study surveillance video of the man at work.
He was a good guy. I mean, all of my employees, we never thought nothing about this guy.
Shit.
He was a friendly guy.
Yeah, man, sure.
I mean, it just threw us off.
Customers say they had no problem with the clerk, although some say he could be arrogant.
The guy, you know, he was quiet, you know. He didn't really give me no
Rest in
problems
peace,
or nothing,
CT.
but he was a little rude.
I've actually looked him face to face. My brother have shaken his hand and everything, and it was shocking. The green truck have been parked up to the store, and it was shocking to even know that he was right here. I don't know.
The manager says Eli started working here July 5th and stopped showing up around August 1st.
Do you think he's the guy responsible for this?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
know,
wanna say something
motherfucker.
that's not really him. But if it's him, he should be hanged.
My brother say he was shaking his hand and shaking his hand. He said like a couple of weeks ago he went to shake his hand, and the guy couldn't shake his hand because he had a cut on his hand.
Damn.
How did he treat African-American customers?
Well, out here, honey, we didn't have no problem with him. That's why we don't understand. It's like it's not understandable because he was out here with all of us.
With his face on the news and shit. For real, he had a slasher. That's one of Flint, Michigan's memorable moments, y'all. For real. That's one of the memorable moments. John Bryce Barton. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, John? Shouts out. Yeah, man. That was a crazy moment right there, like, for real. I know it's gonna be some people like, I wasn't scared of the motherfucker. Everybody was annoyed of the slasher. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Everybody was scared of the motherfucking slasher. Like, I ain't gonna say you was like scared, but you had a little noise behind you when it came to the slasher and shit, the Flint, Michigan slasher. That just sound like some Halloween shit though, don't it? The Flint, Michigan slasher. The Flint, Michigan slasher. Speaking of Halloween, once again, y'all, once again. Drunk or Treat 3, the biggest Michigan Halloween party. It's coming to town October 26th. 5340 North Genesee Road, Flint, Michigan, 48506. Be there. Or just you gonna miss out. You just go hear about it. For real. You go hear about it. But those some good Michigan moments. I got some more up here for y'all. Y'all ready? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I ain't gonna keep y'all up all day today. Let's keep it going on these memorable moments, y'all. What's this right here? Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, this was a memorable moment. This was a memorable moment right here. This one across the world. I had motherfuckers calling me like, did you know him, man? No, I didn't know. No, I don't know.
A man suspected of murdering and dismembering his wife in mid-Michigan has been shot and killed by Michigan State Police in Detroit.
The whole story starting over the weekend in Britain. Late last night, the suspect was shot and killed by troopers who were trying to arrest him on Telegraph Road, just north of 7 Mile on the city's west side.
And our Carolyn Clifford joins us now with how this investigation ended up dozens of miles away in Metro Detroit.
I just know it sounds quite crazy if you think about it. Mike and Glenda, like you said, this all started in Burton, which is just outside of Flint, on Saturday night. We do have to warn you, the details of this case are quite disturbing. Police were called to Kings Lane Apartments on the report that the body of a woman was inside one of the units. When officers arrived, they found garbage bags with human body parts inside the bathtub.
Like, this is a memorable moment. This shocked the city because, like, Flint, you'll get your ass killed down in this motherfucker. Quick, fast. But we don't be hearing, like, type of shit like this, like, chopping bodies up. That's more like in the 80s type shit, like. But like around like now, we wasn't hearing like that wasn't really going on around here. Like all the crazy stuff. Like when you hear something like this is big. It's like this probably ain't big to other people's cities, but this is a memorable moment for Flint. Like the other big states and stuff like that in big cities, y'all probably hear about this stuff all the time. But we so small that when you hear stuff like this, you definitely not gonna hear about it like in the black community, like or like in the hood. Like this is in Kings Lane. If y'all know Kings Lane, it's like the south side of Flint, Michigan. It's, you know what I'm saying, black. It's hood. You know what I'm saying. It's all black people. You know what I'm saying. So it's an apartment complex. So to hear about that, like body parts and bags and shit like that was like big for the city. That was a memorable moment. That's still stuck in people's head right now.
Police say 44-year-old Tony Roy had killed his wife, Shauna, dismembered her body, and left the remains in the apartment. Burton police issued a warrant for Roy's arrest on Monday. Just hours later, Michigan State Police tried to arrest him in Detroit near the intersection of Telegraph and 7 Mile. He was driving with a woman he knew. When he stopped the car, troopers saw him pointing a gun at himself and then at the woman in the passenger seat. When he pointed the gun at that woman again, troopers opened fire. Roy was pronounced dead on the scene. The woman he was with suffered minor injuries from glass fragments. The shooting is now under investigation by Detroit police and will be turned over to the prosecutor's office for review. But certainly, like we said, quite disturbing and just, I mean, crazy to think that a woman was cut up and then left in a bathtub in an apartment.
Yeah, by her own husband.
Yeah,
Jeez.
writing.
Just horrific details.
They like, jeez, yeah, it was that's horrific right there. That was a memorable moment for Flint right there. Just like I said again, people. This is not. This is all public news, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't trolling or putting nobody, I'm just putting memorable moments out here. If anybody caught up in here, if there's anybody family or something, I ain't, you know, my apologies and stuff like that, but I'm just putting content on just memorable moments of Flint. These are big shocking moments that everybody know about. Like, there ain't no secret. Everybody know about them. But last and not least, you gotta be like, let me get over here. Last but not least, you gotta be like an OG for this last memorable moment. For real, you gotta be like, you was around this bitch if you remember this memorable moment. Put it like that. For real. I don't know this person. I just remembered the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a lot. Like, I'm going to start doing Michigan memorable moments a lot. You know, Flint memorable moments a lot. These just the first ones. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of moments that will shock the fuck out of you. That had the whole city on edge. And this is one of them, too. That's from back in the days. Like, you got to be an OG to remember these. But this was one of the ones when I was a kid. When I was a little kid and shit. This was one of the memorable moments that had everybody on edge and shit. It was crazy. It was one of the crazy moments and stuff. We're gonna get into it right now. This was one of them crazy moments. You gotta be an OG. Flint got some history. Ronnie Johns, y'all. The 4.4 caliber killer. Who all remember him? Who remembers the 4.4 caliber killer? Oh, my bad, y'all. Let me get back here. Who remembers the 4.4 caliber killer, Ronnie Johns? For real. For those who didn't know, Ronnie Johns is a serial killer from Flint, Michigan. Ronnie Johns made the national headline news after killing 8 people on a murder spree in Flint, Michigan in 1991. Most of Ronnie Johns' victims were either shot and killed in robbery attempts. These murders was drug related. Ronnie Johns killed. I know he killed people in taxis and everything. I ain't know it was. You know, I was young, so you know I probably didn't know. So it probably was drug related. But I know he was murdering motherfucker with the same 4.4. He had an alcohol 4.4. Ronnie Johns was born as Ronald Johns on February 23rd, 1973. The world did know what kind of chaos and havoc Ronnie Johns would bring. What is it? The world did know. That had to be a misprint. How the world knew what kind of chaos and havoc Ronnie Johns would bring. How would they know that? Ronnie Johns attended high school at Flint Central High School in the late 1980s. He was known as a troublemaker who caused mischief and combat with people. Oh, that's probably why. He probably was an out cold motherfucker. Although his fist fights with people at school were nothing more than a few bruises there. In 1989, when Ronnie was 16, he had stopped coming to school altogether. Ronnie Johns was a drug dealer on the streets of Flint at the time. Okay. At 16, okay. Ronnie Johns was a drug dealer at the time. Ronnie Johns' occupants were fry cook, drug dealer, burglary, and murder. Fry cook. His occupation was what he used to work at a restaurant or something. That's crazy. So he was a cook, a doughboy, and a burglar and a murderer all at the same time. The 1990s is where Ronnie Johns became a burglar, drug dealer, and fry cook. Why they keep putting fry cook in there? And of course, murderer. He was into hip-hop music. Ronnie Johns had often affiliated himself with the King Hood rap group. Criminal background from Rankin Street, a block or so north of Dayton Avenue. Okay. Ronnie Johns had affiliated himself with criminal background members White Lee, Lee Laurie, and Young Poe until his arrest in 1992. Now onto the history of how Ronnie Johns became the 4.4 caliber killer. Back in May 1991, he had gotten a hold of a stolen gun. Okay? Like we all, when we was kids, we got a hold of it. But 1991, I was a little motherfucker. For real. Which was a fearsome looking 4.4 caliber Ruger Red Hawk revolver with maple wood grip and a scope. Oh yeah, so he had that big motherfucker with the scope. In the month of August 1991, during the darkest pitch black Flint nighttime, Bowie and her 14-year-old intern Demetrius Ross has been shot and killed by Ronnie Johns. Damn. Was that drug related? 1322 North Grand Traverse Street near 11th Street is the location where 38-year-old Lucille Bowie operated and owned and thriving neighborhood Old Dope House back in 1991. Okay, Lucille Bowie and Demetrius Ross were the individuals present at the residence. Ronnie Johns had prostitute and the apprentice to buy crack cocaine. After that, Ronnie Johns suddenly took out his stolen 44 caliber Ruger Red Hawk from a person's house, which he burglared early, and demanded money. Both of them handed over everything they had without resistance, but that didn't convince Ronnie Johns not to shoot them. Both died at the scene. This event was a double homicide to another drug-related homicide from earlier that same year. Ronnie Johns was just blasting motherfuckers. The same 4-4. See, I thought he was just, well, that's kind of a serial killer, but he was like, shit, he on some get rich or die trying shit. After that, Ronnie Johns supposedly shot a sleeping, whoa, nah. After that, it ain't funny, that's crazy. After that, Ronnie Johns supposedly shot a sleeping 18-month-old baby in the buttocks. Why? Yet somehow the infant survived. The particular homicide incident had made the morning headline news on the Flint newspaper. This event led Ronnie Johns to be known as Ronnie Johns, the 44 caliber killer. And we gotta give some time to that train. Look at him. Shout out to the train. I think they watched the show, y'all. I think he on his phone right now watching the show. When he get right here about me, he turn it up. So if I get to talking, watch. You can wait for me to talk. It turn it up. Fuck you too. Okay. Shot a sleeping 18-month-old baby in the buttocks. Yet somehow the infant survived. Ronnie Johns made the national headline news after killing 8 people on a murder spree in Flint, Michigan in 1991. Ronnie Johns made national headline news on television and newspapers again that same year after being apprehended and arrested by Flint Police Department. He was arrested again in 1992. Wait. So they let him out. It didn't take long for the police to track and locate Ronnie Johns and his accomplices. Someone tipped by phone to the Flint Police Department about the gun used in the Grand Traverse double homicide to the drug-related homicide as well was previous crimes committed. The judge had sentenced Ronnie Johns to life in prison on July 9, 1992. His charges was 15 years to life. Wait, what kind of lawyer he had? The judge had sentenced Ronnie Johns to life in prison on July 9th, 1992. His charges were 15 years to life on one count and life without parole the second. Okay, he was charged for crimes he previously committed. From there on out, Ronnie Johns still continues to serve his penal sentence as he rots in prison at Ken Ross Correctional Facility in Kinch, Michigan. There are news articles from several newspapers across the country, specifically the North and Midwest, supporting evidence that Ronnie Johns killed people out of state. Dang. Okay. Most of Ronnie Johns' victims were either shot and killed in robbery attempts. These murders were drug related. For those who are wanting to write Ronnie Johns' address is listed below. All federal laws, local laws, and U.S. state laws apply for mail-in regulations. If you want to write Ronnie Johns, his name is Ronnie Johns, cellmate 225455 at Ken Ross Correctional Facility. That's crazy, y'all. When I was young, dog, I didn't know what the hell. I just know everybody like, there's a killer out here. We had all type of motherfuckers out here, though. It was all Flint. I love the city. My bad, y'all. Damn. Excuse me. I love the city. But it was some crazy shit going on back in the day. It's still crazy shit going on now. Like the slasher wasn't too long ago. A lot of these shit that y'all seen, a lot of these videos I showed y'all, a couple of them wasn't too long ago. But back in the days, it was just like real crazy. That's why I said in the 80s, it was like, wow. And you probably take it more serious when you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? But when you see grown-ups scared, it make you really like annoyed too. He was a kid, it was a lot of shit. It was a molester around this motherfucker. I was trying to find that article, I'm gonna find it. It was all type of shit. Y'all know any moments, memorable moments, good or bad? But we ain't got too many good moments in this motherfucker. Not memorable that everybody go like remember. You know what I'm saying? In Flint, it's a good city. We got good people in this motherfucker, but it goes down in this motherfucker. We got some moments, some memorable, crazy moments in this motherfucker. They're the ones I could just think of offhand. It's a lot of them that, yeah. It's some moments. There's probably some moments that some of y'all can tell me. For real. I done forgot about. Like, remember this, because there's some shit that happened in Flint. This is a small city, but at the same time, it goes down in this small motherfucker. And there's some good things to go on. Like, right now, it's kind of turning around. I think it's kind of changing for the good. It's still like, I think it's still gonna be a lot of crazy shit going on in Flint, no matter what. No matter how good it is, no matter how many buildings and apartments they build and whatever, no matter how many houses they knock down, it's still gonna be crime. That's not solving the crime. Like when you put nice shit and put money into the city, you gotta like make programs for these people. You gotta put like more jobs. This is more jobs now, but they gotta have more opportunities. Cause it's like right now it's kind of worse. It's good in Flint. Like if you look at it from an outside point of view, when you look at like all the new development and shit going on, then you would think like, oh yeah, it's good. Like, oh yeah, Flint turning around. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you look at it from the core of it, from like the schooling, they don't have no schools and the education part of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, the core of it is really nothing for our community. Why everybody, like, they probably building and it's a lot of development going on around, but it's not nothing that's really gonna change anything for us. You know what I'm saying? As far as the core of Flint, Michigan, because the core is the children, education, shit like that. Education is big, like that's real big. Like we had it, like, and at the same time, we used to get warned about it. We can't lie and say we never heard that somebody say y'all better take advantage of school. Or when we used to skip school and shit, and the older people say take advantage of it because why it's free. Y'all better take care of school. Y'all better go to school and get the education while it's free. While it's free. We never thought like why it's free. It's gonna always be school. That's what we thought. Like, but now I'm starting to see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't for us. We got it while it was free. A lot of us didn't go to school and or whatever and didn't give a fuck about it. But a lot of us did, and it was real important. We had good teachers. We had a good you know what I'm saying? A good sense of education back in the days. Like teachers cared and stuff. Like right now, it's like everything is for $1. It's like you want to learn or you don't want to learn. And then where your kids gonna go to school at? If you really live in Flint, you know what I'm saying? Like for your kid to get a good education around here, you gotta really like have some money, and that's what and that's where it comes to like people say like you better go to school while it's free, cause you really gotta like have some money. You gotta have some money to send your kids out to those schools, and then it's not guaranteed that if you send your kid all the way out to those schools out in those areas, those good areas, those suburban areas, Davidson and places like that, it's not guaranteed that your kid go get that education. He might get distracted by those people, or he might not like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy. We had that opportunity. We can get up and we can walk to school. Now think about people that don't have the resources to get to school and stuff like that, to get their kids, to drive their kids way over here, and you know what I'm saying? And that's just one of the things that's, you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up about the city. It look good from the outside. It's like Flint right now. It's like a nice ass old school Chevy or something, like an old school car that you putting together, but they got the body and shit wet and clean and everything, and they got the interior together, but the motor ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Flint kind of is right now. That's exactly how it is. It's like it look from a look, it look like it's getting better, but for the people that's really here and just really that's in it, that really look, that if you really paying attention, that's just the surface. That's just the outside. It's still a big problem, and the inside is still crime. That's number one. Like I say, crime will always be there. It's gonna get worse if we don't do nothing about what we gonna do with these kids. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like I say, the schooling is really crazy out here. It's crazy when it comes to our kids. Now, we grown, yeah. They might got some jobs and whatever, but when it comes to the kids, it's really nothing for them. I mean, we had everything. Back in the days in Flint, in the 80s and 90s, I can actually say, like, especially in the wintertime and shit, Flint was like magical when I was a kid. This shit was like magical. We got everything we wanted, you know what I'm saying? Shit went down, it was crazy, but it was magical. And what's the change right now, like I say right now? With the crime. It was crime back in the days, but those crime went on with older people. Now the crime getting younger and younger in the city. You know what I'm saying? It's getting the average death rate is getting, the kids, they young now. You know, you probably find a couple of them back in our days, a couple that's probably died as 15, 16. Now that's just a common thing. Teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So it look good from the outside, but when you come in this motherfucker, the heart is kind of fucked up. But I guess we doing progress. But those are the memorable moments. And there will be more memorable moments to come from Flint, for real. Because how the city is, that's just Flint. We go create some crazy ass. Somebody go do some crazy shit. And that's just what it is in Flint. And it's too little. Once you do some crazy shit, it's go all the way around. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Remember,